Hey guys, so for this tutorial I'm going to be using my size 4mm hook, my measuring tape, my scissors and my category 4 yarn. So I'm going to leave the name of the brand in the description box because I can't really remember where I kept the packet. So to get started, you're going to start by measuring your waist and your hips. So my waist is 32 and my hips is 40. So I'm going to be working in two panels, the left and the right panel. So you're going to divide your measurement by 2. So since my waist is 32 divided by 2 giving me 16 inches, which means one panel is going to be 16 inches and the other panel is going to be 16 inches. Same for the hips. I have 20 and 40 inches, so divide by 2 giving me 20 inches. So one panel is going to be 20 inches and the other panel is going to be 20 inches. So I think you're going to understand where I start. So for my foundation chain, I'm going to make a chain that is long enough to give me how high I want my shirts to be. So if you want your shirts to be really high-waisted, you're going to make a chain that will be long enough to give you a high-waisted shirt. So I'm going to start by making a chain of 65. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I have a total of 65 chains for my foundation chain, and this is about 20 inches when stretched. So you can make this longer or you can reduce the amount of chains depending on how high-waisted you want the shirts to be, like I said. So now for the first row, I'm going to chain 1 and the second stitch go in with 1/2 double crochet. So I'm working with 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops. Yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. Yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. So this is what a half double crochet looks like. Yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. Yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through the 3 loops, yarn over and go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 3. So I'm just going to continue with 1/2 double crochet in each stitch till I get to the end of the round. I've come to the end of the first row and I just did 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. For the second row, chain 1 and turn over. Now I'm going to be working in the back loop. So this is the back loop. Now I'm going to be putting 1/2 double crochet in the back loop. So I already chained 1. Now yarn over and go into the first back loop of the first stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. Yarn over and go into the next stitch, the back loop. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. Yarn over and go into the next back loop. Yarn over and pull through. I have 3 loops. Yarn over and pull through the 3. Yarn over and go into the back loop, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and go into the back loop, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and go into the back loop, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 3, So just continue with 1/2 double crochet into the back loop, and we have a rib stitch or a rib line forming. So I'm just going to continue with 1/2 double crochet in the back loop of the stitch till I get to the end of this row. So this is going to be repetitive, which means this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of the rows. Now I'm done with the second row. For the third row, chain 1, turn over and repeat the second row. So go into the back loop of the first stitch with 1/2 double crochet. Go into the next back loop with 1/2 double crochet. Go into the next one with 1/2 double crochet. So just keep on working 1/2 double crochet in the back loop till you get to the end of this round. Now I'm going to be repeating this till I get the amount of rows I want for this panel. Then I'll let you guys know how many rows I did. So just keep on working 1/2 double crochet in the back loop. When you get to the end of the row, chain 1 and continue. So at the end of each row, chain 1 and go into the next round. So I'm just going to finish this up and then I'll do this for a few more rows and let you guys know how many rows I did. Now I'm done with both panels and I did a total of 44 rows, and this is about this up part is about 16 inches when stretched. So this is the size of my waist. Is a little more stretchy so it can pass my hips. So now for the hips part, as you can see, I already did the hips of this panel, and this gave me about 20 inches when stretched. So this serves as the hips, plus this is going to be the crotch area to form the legs of the shirt. So like I said, the left and the right panel are the same thing, so you're just going to do this panel twice. So now for I'm going to show you guys how I did this part of the shirt. So I already did one part of the shirt. Now I'm going to show you guys how I did this, because we're repeating the same thing. So for that, I'm going to yarn over chain 1 since I already attached my yarn. Go into the next stitch. So because this is the foundation stitch, this is where we started, it is not possible to find a back panel, so I'm just going to, a back loop, sorry. So I'm just going in with 1/2 double crochet in the first 20 stitches from this end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I did 1/2 double crochet in the first 20 stitches from this end. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn over, work in 1/2 double crochet in the back loops. So going to the first back loop with 1/2 double crochet, going to the next one with 1/2 double crochet. So just work in 1/2 double crochet in the back loops. Now I've come to the end of this round. Chain 1, turn over, work in 1/2 double crochet in the back loop. So I'm going to do this for 5 rows. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to do this for 5 rows. So you can increase the amount of rows you want depending on your size, or you can decrease the amount of rows. It all depends on you and the measurements you're using. So I'm just working in 1 double crochet in the back loops. So now I'm done with this panel. Now we're going to be joining the 2 panels together. So I'm just going to place the panels together. So for this, I'm going to start by joining these 2 ends. So tie my yarn at this end. So now I tied my yarn at this end. I'm going to join this 2 panels together with a single crochet. So try to make sure that they are well placed so that when you're seaming it, you don't end up missing a stitch. So now I'm just joining the 2 ends together with a single crochet. I'm done stitching this upside, so continue by stitching these two ends together. So now I'm done stitching these front panels together. I'm going to do the same. So we stitched these two ends together until we stopped here. You're not going to stitch all the way, you're just going to stitch till you stopped at this end, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Now I'm done joining the two panels together. So I joined the right panel to the left panel, and I just stitched from this end down to this end. So this is going to be the crotch area to form the legs of the shirts. I'm just going to stitch this ends, so just placing the two ends together to make sure they're well placed. Now I'm going to tie my yarn at this end. Now that I've tied my yarn, I'm going to stitch these two panels together. So I'm just stitching the two ends together with a single crochet. So just stitch till you get to this end. Now I'm done joining the two ends together, and this is what the shirt looks like. So this is going to be the side, this is going to be the back of the shirt, because this is where the seam is. So I'm just going to turn this inside out. Now for the waistband, I'm going to start by attaching my yarn at one end of the shirt. Now make a chain of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can increase this depending on how long you want the waistband to be, or rather how high-waisted you want the shirt to be. So it all depends on you. So now I made a chain of 8. I'm going to be working with single crochet from here on. So chain 1 and go into the first stitch with 1 single crochet, go into the next stitch with 1 single crochet, go into the next one with 1 single crochet. So I'm just putting 1 single crochet in each stitch. So now I've gotten to the end of this round. I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch. Now slip stitch into the next stitch and continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch, but from here I'm going to be working with the back loop. So put in 1 single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. Come to the end of this round, chain 1, turn over, put in 1 single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. Now I've come to the end of this round. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Now slip stitch into the next stitch. Go into the back loop of now work in 1 single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. Come to the end of this round, chain 1, turn over, put in 1 single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. Now I've come to the end of this round. Slip stitch into the next stitch. To start up another round, slip stitch into the next stitch. Go into the back loop of each stitch with one single crochet. So you're going to continue with this till you get to the end of the round of this row, or till you're done going around with the single crochet stitches, and then I'm going to show you guys what to do next. So just keep on repeating this till you get back to this end. Chain 1, go into the back loop with one single crochet. Now I've come to the end of this round. Slip stitch into the next stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. So just continue with this till you're done going around with the rib stitch. So I'm almost at the end, and I'm just going to keep on repeating. So chain 1, turn over, put one single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. Now that I've gotten to the end of this row, slip stitch into the next stitch to finish up the round. Now to start a new round, slip stitch into the next stitch, turn over, put in one single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. Chain 1, turn over, put in one single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. Now slip stitch into the next stitch to finish up the round. To start up a new round, slip stitch into the next stitch, turn over, put in one single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. So now I've come to the end of this round. Slip stitch into the next stitch and slip stitch into the last stitch. Now I'm going to join these two ends together. So for that, I'm going to turn it inside out because I want the seam to be at the back of the shirts, at the rougher part of the shirt. So I just turned it inside out. So now I'm going to put this together and I'm stitching the back loop of each stitch. So with a single crochet, going to the back loop and join with a single crochet. So now I have joined the two ends. I'm going to fasten off my yarn. So it doesn't really matter if you stitch it in front because it's just going to look like a rib stitch. So I'm just going to fasten it off and cut the yarn. So for now, let me turn it inside out. So this is what the shirt looks like. Now you can leave it like this if you prefer it like this, but I'm going to do the rib stitch on the legs of the shirt. So I'm repeating what I did for the waistband. I'm just going to start by attaching my yarn at one end. So for the legs, I chained a total of 8 for the waistband. For this, I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1 more and go into the first stitch, that's the second stitch from the hook, and go in with 1 single crochet. So this is too small, so I'm just going to increase the amount of chain. Let's chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 1 more, go into the first stitch with 1 single crochet. So this is okay for me. So you can increase the amount of chain or reduce the amount of chain, so it all depends on how you want the hem of the shirts of the legs to be. So I did a total of 6 single crochet. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch. To start up a new round, slip stitch into the next stitch, turn over. Now I'm working with the back loop, so I'm putting in 1 single crochet in the back loop of each stitch. So I'm just repeating what I did for the waistband. Chain 1, turn over, go into the back loop of each stitch with 1 single crochet. Now I've come to the end of this round. Slip stitch into the next stitch to finish up the round. To start up a new round, slip stitch into the next stitch. Now continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch of this single crochet stitches, and don't forget that you're working with a back loop. So I'm just putting in 1 single crochet in the back loop of the stitches. Chain 1, turn over, go into the back loop of each stitch. To finish up this round, slip stitch into the next stitch. To start up a new round, slip stitch into the next stitch. So I'm just going to continue with this till I'm done with sorry. So I'm just going to continue going around with this till I get to the end of the row, and then I will do the same for the other leg of the shirt. Now I'm done with the hem of the legs of the shorts, and I did the same for the other leg, and this is what the end result of the shirt looks like. So now I'm just going to cut off the stray yarns, and that's it for the shorts. So if you have any question, you can leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'm definitely going to reply you. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.